Hey guys, it's John from Album Review TV, and today I'm reviewing an album that I hope that everyone knows. It's by these guys, these legends, I should say, legends of alternative and grunge music, Nirvana's Nevermind. It was released September 24th, 1991, the year I was born. I'm really proud that that came out. You know, that's something I can say about the year I was born, Nirvana, Nevermind. It was around when I was born, and when it was #1 on the Billboard 200, so I'm really proud of that as well. It's sold 10 million copies, which means it's certified diamond here in the United States, 30 million copies worldwide. Nirvana exploded around 1991, 1992. The grunge scene, bands like Pearl Jam also started blowing up. This was the alt-rock explosion of the 90s that really brought alternative music into the mainstream. Nevermind is produced by Butch Vig, who still works with former Nirvana drummer Dave Grohl, and you know, he's now with the Foo Fighters, and he actually produced their last album, Wasting Light, which was all done on analog tape. But Butch Vig, at the time, he was the drummer for the band Garbage. He produced the album due to a suggestion from someone at their former record label, Sub Pop, up in Seattle. This was the first album done with drummer Dave Grohl, who formerly played in the band Scream. Kurt Cobain, lead singer of Nirvana, heard Dave at a show and was like, this guy's really talented, and after that group disbanded, he got Dave on board drumming for Nevermind. Dave actually co-wrote a couple of the songs on Nevermind. Nirvana is a household name that probably pretty much everyone still to this day recognizes. Even the teenagers and kids of this generation still have heard the name Nirvana and the legacy of Nirvana and Kurt Cobain. Kurt Cobain tragically died several years after the release of Nevermind, and the question that's always in my mind is, what would have happened if Kurt Cobain had not died? If he had not gotten on the drugs, gotten depressed, not been with Courtney Love, all that type of stuff, and we still had Nirvana in the mainstream today? Would we still have more grungy alternative music around, or would Nirvana have gone and changed with the times? I like to think that they would not have changed their style at all, because, you know, the follow-up to Nevermind, In Utero, was still in Nevermind style. It was different, but it was still grungy and alternative music that was different from really anything else that anyone else was doing. The lasting impact of this album especially is really, it speaks for itself, the fact that Nirvana is a well-known and critically acclaimed and fan-loved band. There's so many fans of Nirvana, music critics such as myself and so many others of really popular magazines and TV shows, etc. Consider it one of the best albums ever made, and you know, I strongly agree with this. It's in my top 10 albums of all time for sure. The straight up, just the vibe it gives off, it's grungy, hard at times, and when it slows down, it feels like it's right, it's meant to be, and it's the way the album is supposed to flow. It's not like the songs are that complex. You know, the album features a lot of great guitar work, but it's nothing that's, you know, blowing you away or anything. There's some good solos and stuff, but Cobain's style is very simple most of the time. The guitar riffs are simple. His vocal work, you know, he's not the best vocalist of all time. Everyone knows that he's not like going up against Adele for best vocalist. No, it's that grungy vibe that he gives off and the quality of his voice that makes Nirvana what it is, and that's something amazing and awesome, and something that's really gonna it already has put them down in musical history as being unique and something else that no one else will ever be. Nevermind was influenced by bands Cobain was listening to at the time. He was listening to a lot of REM and the Pixies, and that really influenced the record a lot and his songwriting. The label they were signed to at the time after leaving Sub Pop Records was DCG, and they did not have high sales expectations for Nevermind, and neither did the band. And when it blew up, it caught everyone by surprise, and that's when I believe, and most people seem to believe, that the fame really started getting to Kurt Cobain. He wasn't cut out for all the screaming fans and everyone wanting autographs and everyone being all over him and the media being constantly on him, wanting interviews, wanting live performances. He wasn't ready for this. He was more of an underground guy, I believe, and I wish, I had gotten to go to a Nirvana concert, or the dream would have been to meet Kurt Cobain, figure the guy out. Maybe I would have known a little bit more about him, but you can't really figure that out. And Kurt kind of got messed up on drugs and stuff. I'm not saying that I understand it, but at the same time I do, just from the craziness of that life he had gotten swept into by the release of Nevermind blowing up. Now back to the album. I've compiled a list of my personal favorites. I love the whole album, but I've made a list of about 8 of my favorites, and I've made some notes about each song. Now the first one I want to talk about is Breed. For me it's the hardest hitting song on the album, really. It just explodes. Second favorite would be Lithium. It's simple, it's nothing too complex at all. It's a simple melody and guitar riff that Cobain took and made something relatable for everyone. Another favorite, of course, Smells Like Teen Spirit. That's really the song that just rocketed this band to stardom. Peaked at number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, and everyone seemed to just be wearing flannel shirts after that and getting into the grunge music and alternative scene. And that's really what blew the band up, and I love the song myself. It's awesome, and it's hard rocking music. Another favorite for me is In Bloom, Come As You Are, Polly. I just recently more started getting into Polly. I love the simplicity and the lyrics of it. I feel like, he's relating the song to a bird, like Polly wants a cracker, and he's relating the lyrics the whole time back to the whole Polly wants a cracker thing, and I don't know, it's something really simple. It's just an acoustic song for the most part, but it's awesome. Another favorite is Territorial Pissings. Now the bassist, Chris, actually did the voiceover at the beginning of that song, if you didn't know that. It's a fun fact for you. It shows desperation to me, and especially in the chorus when it's just really fast-paced kinda, and Kurt sings, "Gotta get away, gotta get away, gotta get away," over and over again, and I feel like, I don't know, I know the media attention had not really gotten to them that much, but I don't know, I feel like sometimes he felt like he had to get away and he had to be on his own sometimes. Last favorite that I've picked out from this is Drain You. It's another timeless classic, one that many people know. A lot of these are playable songs on the video game Rock Band. I've got all the Nirvana songs that are available. Love playing them, whether it be on drums or guitar, or occasionally singing them or trying to sing them and butchering them. But the whole album just showcases great songwriting by Kurt Cobain, great drum work by the legend Dave Grohl. They're both legends. And then the bassist Chris, I'm not discrediting Chris Novoselic. I'm not sure how to say his last name, Novoselic. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm not discrediting his bass work at all, because the album would not have worked without him. It's one of my all-time favorite albums. Like I said, it's in my top 10 for sure. It's an obvious 5 out of 5 stars. I hope you guys, what do you guys think about this album? I hope you love it as well, because I've just really been getting into this album today, especially the day I recorded this review. I've listened to the album all the way through about 4 times. I've just been rocking out to it, but I've been rocking out to this album for years, and I've been meaning to do this review. A lot of you guys have requested it. What I want to hear from you on this video in the comments is, I know it's a hypothetical question, but what do you think the music scene would be like today, in today's society, if Kurt Cobain had not died and Nirvana had remained relevant throughout all of the years? I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and a lot of upcoming releases I will be reviewing. Yellow Card and Owl City probably being the closest ones, because those releases are for August, and then of course you know about all the September ones. So I will see you guys very soon, and thanks for watching.